Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video and today we are watching episode number 6 of House of the Dragon. If you guys are new to my channel, hello, I'd like to show you this statistic. Almost 50% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel, so you should consider subscribing. We unfortunately said goodbye to Millie Alcock and Emily Carey last week. I truly loved them as Alicent and Rhaenyra, but I am so excited to see the new versions of the cast, so let's get right into it.
Keep breathing.
Hello, older Rhaenyra.
The head.
Oh goodness, God bless my mom. Emma Darcy's doing a great job. They're making Rhaenyra really likable.
The Queen has requested that the child be brought to her.
Now?
I'll take him myself.
You should remain a bed princess.
Yes, I should. Help me dress.
Alicent's up to no good already. It hasn't been... How long has it been? 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And Alicent's already up to no good.
Oh, it's coming.
The afterbirth.
What is the afterbirth? What is that? I don't know stuff about this.
Where are you going?
She wants to see him.
Now?
Look at Laena all grown up.
Was it terribly painful?
Stupid question, man.
Walk. Walk.
Rhaenyra's got some real brute strength. Her character is really interesting. I already like this Rhaenyra better than the last one. I think it was just simply because younger Rhaenyra was a lot more, you know, outgoing and just screaming at you, while this is a bit more subtle.
Princess?
Sir Kristen Cole, I wonder if he's still bitter. My heart says he is.
Rhaenyra, you should be resting after your labors.
I'm gonna miss Emily Carey so much, but I am excited to see Olivia Cook do her thing.
You will make a fearsome knight. Yes, you will.
Goodness, Viserys looks so old. Well done to the VFX department when it comes to makeup. Whoa.
He'll be called Joffrey.
It's an unusual name for a Valerian.
Right, after the guy who died in the last episode, yes.
I do believe he has his father's nose.
Yeah, he clearly isn't the dad. Sorry.
Do keep trying, Selena. Sooner or later you may get one who looks like you.
Oh, Alicent, why are you so weird and annoying? Why is she so up in everybody's business?
Mother, look.
So she has 3 kids.
We chose an egg for the baby.
Ah, that looks like the perfect one.
She's probably a really nice mom.
Another boy, I heard.
Harwin's the dad, isn't he? Yeah, he is definitely the father. I mean, they're not even keeping it a secret. It's a baby dragon! Or no, it's a kid dragon. We've seen baby dragons before. That is adorable.
Max to heal Princess Eris.
The Highland.
He is beautiful. I love this.
Dracarys Vermax.
That must be so cool to say, especially as a kid. Just having that kind of power is kind of insane when you think about it.
You're the only one of us without a dragon.
Indeed.
And we felt badly about it.
So they got him a dragon?
Behold, the pink dread.
Well, that's not funny. That's just bullying. Isn't he his brother? Why would you bully your brother like that? In front of everybody else, too. That's just so harsh. Yeah, this kid is really stupid for going into the dragon pit alone like that, but I guess he's trying to claim a dragon and I can't blame him. Oh no. Is a kid gonna die already?
They gave me a pig!
You will have a dragon one day.
You'll have to close an eye.
I know it.
It's interesting that she has 3 kids now. So both Alicent and Rhaenyra have 3 kids. And Alicent's kids dress in green for House Hightower. And Rhaenyra's kids dress in black.
It's a wonder to me their eggs ever hatched.
Why is that?
You know why.
I'm afraid I don't.
Don't!
Viserys is really passive to the point where he's starting to believe his own lies. He can't possibly believe that those kids are Laenor's, right? I mean, he knows. Doesn't he know that Laenor doesn't go that way? I have no idea.
To have 1 child like that is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult.
I mean, to be honest, did she really have a choice? I mean, he wasn't willing to, so...
The consequences of an allegation like the one you toyed would be dire.
But it doesn't mean it's not true. I mean, this is the conflict. Viserys is not speaking the truth. I mean, he's trying to avoid the truth in any way possible just to keep everything hush-hush and calm. I also think that Alicent is doing too much in terms of being in other people's business, but at the same time, she does have a point.
She flaunts the privilege of her inheritance without shame. She expects everyone in the Red Keep to deny the truth our eyes can all plainly see. And the king, her father.
He knows.
Of course he knows.
Yeah, he does know. And I get why she's frustrated, because she's played by the rules her entire life.
I have to believe that in the end, honor and decency will prevail.
Yeah, maybe that's why she's in everybody's business, but it still doesn't justify her being this bothered. Is this a riff on Tommen on that same window? What? What?
Was it your plot?
No. It was Jace.
No, it was you. It definitely was you. You're clearly a rat.
You may cuff him about as you wish at home, but in the world, we must defend our own.
No, he's your brother. Exactly. I actually side with Alicent on this. Her son seems like a complete mess.
If Rhaenyra comes into power, your very life could be forfeit. Aemon's as well.
I don't think he realizes how dangerous it is, to be honest.
Then I won't.
You are the challenge! You are the challenge, Aegon! Simply by living and breathing!
This is all Otto's work. See how terrified she is? It's all Otto's fault. To make her believe that Rhaenyra actually would kill her children. I don't know that she would, especially now, because she seems like such a mature adult. Caraxes, my beloved. I love Caraxes so much. Laena's dragon is huge. Wow, Daemon. Just doing tricks for the fun of it, I guess. Prince Aegon is a little brat, isn't he? I can tell he's such a little brat.
Weapons up, boy. Give your enemies no quarter.
Why are you out here giving your kids advice in public? Shouldn't you be acting like they're not yours? Rhaenyra's kids got his mother's feist.
You! Close with him. Press him backward.
Why is Kristen Cole pressing him too much?
Don't let him get up. Stay on the attack.
Is he this bitter about their mom?
Your interest in the Princeling's training is quite unusual, Commander.
Oh my goodness.
Most men would only have that kind of devotion toward a cousin or a son.
He deserves that. Kristen Cole is clearly too invested in this.
Say it again! Lord as much.
But see, this is the thing. Harwin just basically admitted to it in public. His emotions show that he is involved and he probably is the father. So Kristen Cole basically just got this rumor to be confirmed. He won.
You have laid us open to accusations of an uglier treachery.
Your actions do have severe consequences if you ever do get caught out. And to be fair, he's acting like everything's fine and dandy, when in reality everybody knows and they should be doing a better job of hiding it.
Dark rumors are hunting us, Laena. Vile, disgusting insinuations.
Insinuations, are they?
They are our sons.
Yeah, but they're also not his biologically. That's the problem.
You do not desert your post when the storm lashes.
The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers.
So he wants to get out because of these accusations, and she wants to stay to protect the kids and, you know, ascend her claim and her kids' claim, even though technically they're not his, so they don't necessarily have a claim because it comes from the woman. This is all so confusing.
It's been 8 years, sweetling. Half of them never do, you know. Hatch.
Oh, she wants her dragon, but it never hatched. That's so upsetting.
I was without one until I was 15 years old. And now I ride a Vhagar, the largest in the world.
Oh, so that's Vhagar. When she was a kid, she was talking to Viserys about Vhagar. That's nice. That's a nice little reveal there. I like that.
Your father would tell you the same.
Father ignores me.
He's doing his best.
Does Daemon ignore her because she doesn't have a dragon? That's so sad, but that's also so Daemon. But that's also really sad. I don't like that. That's you should never treat your kids like one is better than the other. It really does some stuff to them mentally. You should never do that.
Rhaenyra has delivered another son.
Does your brother mention if this one also bears a marked but entirely coincidental resemblance to the commander of the City Watch?
Daemon is my favorite.
Do you never long for home?
No.
I don't believe you.
Believe what you please.
It's interesting. I think Daemon just wanted to run away and have his own life now that he's married and has kids. He doesn't want political drama.
But you are more than this, Daemon. The man I married was more than this.
The man she married was a total leader. But also, I do kind of understand it. It's interesting. He kind of matured by leaving all the drama behind. And yet now, it feels like he's not being Daemon.
My son, Jacaerys, will inherit the Iron Throne after me. I propose we betroth him to your daughter, Helena.
Well, that's a really nice gesture. That's a nice idea.
If Syrax brings forth another clutch of eggs, your son, Aemond, will have his choice of them. A symbol of our goodwill.
Wow, Rhaenyra, she's really trying. That's so kind of her. I love this new Rhaenyra. She seems a lot older and a lot more mature, and she's able to make compromises, and I really like that.
The king and I thank you for your offer, and we will consider it duly. You must rest now, husband.
Alicent, I love Alicent, but this is not it. She's not doing the right thing here. Rhaenyra really just offered you a branch, as they say, or whatever, and she just rejected it, and that's stupid.
Let us put aside these childish quarrels. Join hands and be stronger for it.
When I am cold in my grave.
Oh, yeah, she's choosing violence. She's had enough of all of Rhaenyra's games, but I don't think Rhaenyra's playing a game anymore. I understand that she is kind of been put in a position where she has no other options, especially now that the secret's coming out, but it's still a nice gesture.
I have come to resign my position as Hand of the King. The episode in the yard this morning, my son Harwin has disgraced himself.
He wants to leave before the secret gets out and things get confirmed, because then his son will die.
If you insist, my king.
I do. You will continue in your service to the crown.
Yeah, and I really do love the dad, but you can't force him to stay here. You just can't. I mean, he can. He is king, but that would be really, really douchebaggy of him.
I would then ask leave to take my son from court and escort him back to the family seat at Harrenhal. He is my heir.
I totally understand Lionel wanting to take his son home. I mean, the consequences of that secret getting out are so dire, and he's basically just cornered himself at this point. I do see where Alicent's coming from. She's clearly very scared for her son's futures, and I understand that, but also her need to just involve herself in everything is really annoying, but it all comes from the fear that Otto instilled in her.
It's been my duty to tell you of happenings about the castle, but tonight you know, and I do not.
Larys has become Littlefinger and Varys with his little birds and everything and his gossip. He was the one who told Alicent about the moon tea, and now it seems that he has continued this with her for 10 years, being her little spy. I love it.
It is now that I most rue the absence of my own father. He wouldn't hesitate to speak the truth to the king if Otto Hightower was still at hand.
Yeah, she must really miss Otto because he was on her side.
In all of King's Landing, is there no one to take my side?
That is a good point, but she does have Larys and Kristen Cole, and she has her kids, and she has her husband, but also there is a conflict of interest there because Rhaenyra is also his daughter. Who's this?
A murderer? A deviant?
Why does Larys look so evil all of a sudden? I mean, he is a schemer, but why does he look so scary?
I am prepared to offer you mercy if you're prepared to pay a little price.
Oh my goodness, what is he gonna do to them? Oh no, 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 no. Why did he cut their tongues out?
You must push now, my lady!
God bless my mother and God bless any other mother in the world, because, whoa, honestly.
I've reached the limit of my art. The child will not come. Try to remove the infant, but I cannot say for a surety whether it lives.
Just like Aemma.
No.
Isn't that really poetic, though? In episode 1, Daemon was making fun of Viserys and Aemma for the heir for the day.
Dracarys!
Oh.
Dracarys! Dracarys!
What? This is so sad.
Laena!
That was the first time House of the Dragon made me cry. Oh, as seeing Vhagar, he didn't want to do it. Sorry, she. Vhagar is a woman. Vhagar didn't want to do it. And seeing Daemon's face was just so upsetting. Whew, all of that was just so rough. Oh goodness, her poor daughters. I completely forgot about that. I forgot she had daughters too. That was the saddest death in the show so far, definitely.
I will be a stranger when we meet again.
I wonder if the kids know. Do the kids know that Laenor isn't their dad? They call Laenor father, so I don't know.
Is Harwin Strong my father? Am I a bastard?
Rhaenyra didn't really think of that, did she? I mean, I guess she thought that she could get away with this, but they didn't really do a good job of hiding it at all.
They made a spectacle. They whisper about me in the corridor as well. I leave them to it.
I understand where she's coming from. I think it's a good idea to leave.
Bring him. We'll need every sword we can muster.
Rhaenyra's a much nicer character now. She really has matured from her teenage years. Even though I do like Alicent a lot, it's interesting because it's so nuanced. You can see both sides, and no one is really wrong necessarily in this situation. Oh, is Larys going after his own brother and father? I can't believe this. Harwin, no! He was such a nice guy, the poor man!
What are children but a weakness?
Wow, Rhaenyra's back at Dragonstone, but this time as a home, just like Daenerys.
You pass judgment.
The Queen makes a wish. What servant of the realm would not strive to fulfill it?
She didn't ask for that. She didn't ask you to kill your brother and father.
I did not wish for this.
I feel certain you will reward me when the time is right.
That is crazy. He's crazy. I love him. He's my favorite character. Wow. What the hell? That was the best episode. That was the best episode. I honestly have no words, and I want to get the big thing out of the way. Larys Strong murdering his dad and brother in a fire just so he could help Alicent and get Otto Hightower back as Hand of the King is absolute insanity. He is unbelievable. He is such a scheming rat, and I love how we got to see some of that in episode 3, and then again in episode 5, and now here in episode 6, where everything came to a head, and he literally got prisoners to do this dirty work for him, and he made it look like, well, you know, it's Harrenhal, fires happen in Harrenhal, that's why it's all burnt. It's just beyond me how far he went. And he even kind of told Alicent that, well, you kind of told me to. I mean, you were upset that your dad wasn't the Hand of the King, so I just gave that to you, and now you owe me, and I'm sure you will pay me back later. That is absolute insanity, and he's my favorite character in terms of just entertainment, because he is bringing the drama and the scheming and just the conniving nature of Game of Thrones. Just wow. Secondly, I want to talk about Laena Velaryon. What? That little girl in episode 2, that gorgeous creature in episode 5, and now episode 6, this adult grown woman, this mother who died fighting a warrior's death. Oh man, that was the first time I cried watching this show, and I really, really think it was powerful. Truly. And I think it was so poetic how the thing that Daemon was making fun of Viserys and Aemma for, the heir for a day, it just kind of came back to bite him. His wife, who he clearly did love and have love for, dying like that before she brought him a son is just beyond me. It's horrifying, really, really horrifying. The fact that she went up to Vhagar and said Dracarys multiple times, but Vhagar wouldn't listen because she loves her. I mean, she's her master, her parent, or whatever dragons see their riders as. It's so upsetting, and that scene was just done so powerfully. I think it was directed so well. Again, Miguel Sapochnik did this episode too. It was just so interesting. Just that ending as a whole. But then you have like a whole other layer of the episode. So much happened. Good luck to me while editing. Oh man, Alicent and Rhaenyra. Emma Darcy gives an unbelievable performance as older Rhaenyra. Emma Darcy goes as they, them, so I will refer to them as they, them. They really, truly are amazing in this role because they made me like Rhaenyra a lot more than I did before. With Millie Alcock, she was playing the teenage version of Rhaenyra, who's a bit of a rebel, figuring out how she wanted to live her life. And this version of Rhaenyra is a lot more nuanced and mature because I feel like while Rhaenyra still is a rebel at heart, she does kind of conform to the rules of Westeros and the rules of being the heir to the throne. So they have kids, or Rhaenyra, because I'm talking about the character. She has kids, and they're not, they're not Laenor's, because Laenor can't do that. I mean, I guess he can, but he just doesn't want to, which I guess is also concerning, because wouldn't Laenor want an heir? Even though, it's not necessarily something you'd want to do, wouldn't you just try and get it out the way so you can have kids? But she chose Harwin Strong to be the father of her children, which I think is interesting. I think the only reason she did that is because Daemon ran away with Laena. I think Harwin may have been another choice, but I also liked their dynamic together. I really did, and I felt bad for Harwin. He seemed like such a nice guy, but he also wasn't doing a good job of hiding the fact that those kids are his. You should be hiding it. You shouldn't be out here getting Kristen Cole to bait you into telling the truth by reacting badly to his stupid comments. I felt really bad for Kristen Cole in the last episode, but considering 10 years have passed, it is time to let bygones be bygones. And the fact that Kristen was being so bitter towards these kids who had nothing to do with it, and don't worry, I'll get to the kids in a bit. is just baffling to me. And then you have Lady Alicent, who I love. I mean, you guys know me. I adore Alicent. Alicent is my best friend. I love Alicent so much. But this is just not it. I understand that she has a deep fear that Rhaenyra will come after her kids. So in her mind, if I can prove that those kids aren't really Laenors and they are illegitimate and they are not true Targaryens, then, you know, my kids will have a better seat at the table and will be able to ascend the throne quicker. Therein, they would be in less danger. I understand that. But just the way she is inserting herself into the situation just looks petty and pathetic to me. But again, the reason this show works so well for me is because I definitely see both sides to it. I can't pick if I'm on Team Rhaenyra or Team Alicent. I guess I'm on Team House of the Dragon because this is just such a well-written show, and just the complicated nuances of the drama between these characters. It's palpable because you see both sides to it. I can't pick a side because both sides are equally, you know, understandable. It makes sense to me, and I think that's why the show works very well. And I just love the inclusion of the kids. I mean, Aemon Targaryen, is that his name? No, sorry, Aegon Targaryen. Aegon is the older one, who's the brat, and Aemon is the poor kid who didn't have a dragon, who got served a pig with wings. I just think that's just wonderful. I loved seeing Alicent's kids in this episode, all grown up. Even her daughter, she's really interested in bugs, I guess. They didn't really do much with her character, but I thought, you know, that was really interesting seeing her 3 kids, especially since just a week ago we saw them as babies. And I think the time jumping, for some reason, actually works really well, and it works for this show's advantage because you really get to see all of the drama unfold. And it's interesting how much her son, Aegon, is such a conniving brat. He is so, I mean, goodness, that window scene was horrifying to look at. It was horrible. And I also thought it was a really cool callback, or I guess call forward, since this is a prequel, to Tommen on the window when he took his own life, the poor guy. And then you just see that. Just the stark contrast is unbelievable. I love this show so much. It's my favorite part of the week. It just is my favorite part of the week. I love House of the Dragon with all my heart. I love Game of Thrones with all my heart. And watching this show has just been a blast from start to finish. And I definitely think that this was the best episode of the season so far. This older cast has completely won me over. I thought I was going to have complications. I was excited, but I was also nervous. But no, this older cast is where the show is at, because now they're all adults and the conflict and tensions are rising. And I can't wait for the rest of the season. And I can't wait for season 2. And inshallah, this video stays up forever along with all of my other House of the Dragon reactions. And I can't wait for next week. And I can't wait for the coming seasons, because what the hell? Also, Viserys looks so old, man. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys made it to the end, I swear on my life, I love you so much. Thank you for hearing me rant. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Wow.